Yo, what's going on, guys? This is just my advice. I've been making, I'd like make videos and go live and do like all this art shit, but I haven't made a comedy video. I gotta do that. This is helping me get towards making a comedy video. But just my advice is where you guys send in questions or need advice, like things you need advice on, and I give my advice. This is where I do like my art and stuff. This is called the Harry Potter room because it slants and you're supposed to like put stuff in here for storage, but I'm the storage. You feel me? I also live stream like sometimes video games and shit, but usually art. Yeah. And the other outside area is for like other things you've seen. But I like this. It's kind of like better sound treated and shit. But let's just hop right into it. Like you can comment down below if you need if you have a question, or you could message me and just let me know it's for just my advice. It used to be called Poppy Code, but we got a few, and it always stays anonymous, so you got nothing to worry about. All right. But if it fucks your life up, it's just my advice. All right. Let's see. Where the fuck is this folder? I'm trying to have no edits. There's gonna be no air. What's that called? Air time. Where there's a fat girl rap. I still gotta do. I gotta do that. Poppy Code. Okay. There we go. Which one do I want to start with first? Oh, this one's long as fuck. Okay, we'll just go. All right. I'm having trouble deciding if I should stay with my baby daddy or not. For the most part, he's a good guy and hasn't cheated on me that I know of, but he does have major anger issues, and he a lot of the time isn't that nice or with me or our child. Now I have daddy issues, and the last thing I want is for my baby to have them too. He also is really insecure and jealous, and IDK how to get him to trust me. It's all really exhausting, and I don't know what to do. Please, if you have any advice, I'd love to hear it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your question. I'm sorry that you're going through this, but I say if you're thinking about like leaving your significant other, you should do it. If it's like in your mind, you should probably do it. It's probably there for a reason, especially if he's like not nice to you or your child. That's an instant no. You got to be nice to the child at least, bare minimum. But come on, I'm saying no. I'd say dip out. Don't worry. Like the kid doesn't. Daddy issues. I don't know really honestly what that means. But like if you don't want your kid to have daddy issues, then don't have your kid have the same lifestyle that you had that gave you the daddy issues. Be the daddy. All right, thank you for your question. Leave that motherfucker. What is your opinion on ghosting people? So, is ghosting like let's say, like, hey, let's hang out at this bar tonight, 8 p.m. And then you're like, bet. You text me, you're like, hey, you going? And then I don't respond, but you go anyway because you're like, he'll probably be there. I'm not, and then like. I don't respond ever. That's ghosting, right? Okay. That's fucking insane. If you were to do that to a person, that's crazy. So I don't understand it. I mean, unless you really honestly, if it's malicious ghosting. So ghosting, I would say, is on purpose, right? If you forget, it's not ghosting. But I think if people say they're forgetting, I think the majority of the time it's probably on purpose. So if you ghost people, because I mean, you looking at your motherfucking phone the whole time, okay? We know you looking at your phone, ladies. All right. I actually think this was sent in by a woman. So, yeah, you shouldn't ghost people. They're people. They have feelings and emotions too. Like, would you want to be ghosted? No. You should just tell the person why you wouldn't want to hang out with them. Type shit. Seems pretty easy as an adult. That's like the easiest thing you could do is be like, hey, I don't want to hang out with you. And then that's it. What are they going to be like? No, you have to. You got to arm wrestle me to get rid of my friendship. Thank you so much for the question. Sorry if you are being ghosted a lot, or if you're just doing a ton of ghosting and you're like, shit, I got to stop. You're addicted to ghosting. Oh my God, that'd make a great TLC show. Like just addicted to ghosting. Like what's the one where like My Strange Addictions? That could be a good fake one. I can make that up. Ooh, that'd be kind of funny. That's a good fucking idea, Mark. I'm going to write that down really quick, guys. Okay. Addicted to. Watch this actually come out. Because like I write down things and they don't happen a lot, and I say I'm going to do certain things and they don't happen. Okay, next question. What advice do you have for people healing over a bad relationship / breakup and dating again? That is to say it has been a long time, almost a year since the breakup. How does one put themselves out there again without projecting their insecurities on another individual while also trying to get to know someone as a totally new person, especially with the reason for the breakup was being cheated on? Okay, I wasn't cheated on for my last relationship, but like I had a bad relationship and breakup and about a year ago as well. Like this isn't my question. I would tell you guys if I was answering my own question. This is from a person, but I feel you. But I don't actively look for relationships. But if you're trying to get yourself back out there, how does one put themselves out there again without projecting their insecurities? But if you're an insecure person, you have insecurities. If you have these things you need to work on, you shouldn't mask things from people. Like, don't project your insecurities. But I mean, be honest with yourself and them. People understand. I think at least people like in our age range, for people who have these things, it seems very common for people to have things like this. And if they think that's like crazy or a problem, then that was easy. That was easily solvable. Peace, dog. On another interview, while also trying to get to know someone as a totally, I don't see. Why? If you're conscious of your projecting, of your projections, stop projecting. Right? It might be easier said than done, but just understand that that's what's going on. I mean, especially if you're aware of it and getting to know someone as a totally new person. I mean, you shouldn't. Everybody should like. You don't know them. There's like people have infinite universes inside of them, unless they're just some brain dead cunt who's like, over the age of 70 and is just like still working, selling cars, and they just have there's autopilot the entire time. No idea what's going on except for the election. I would say just go start dating and get like work on your insecurities. But like if you're gonna be like if you're not full yet, like and if you just think you need to be in a relationship, then don't like if you got insecurities and your cup isn't full, like if you have your cup of love for yourself isn't full, you can't start filling up other people's cups if yours isn't full, right? Because you're going to be emptying yourself and it's going to be bad situation, right? You need to love yourself fully before you can love someone else type shit. You're going to have friends and stuff like that could lead to relationships, but you should definitely, I say work on those insecurities. But if they're not, you're saying you're projecting them. So I would say work on those. But you can still put yourself out there and work on them, I guess. Just you're self-aware about it. So no one's gonna, like, not everybody's gonna cheat on you. Not everybody's the same. People are infinitely different, even though a lot of people are the fucking same. You feel me? But when you get to actually know people, they're different, I guess. Probably. So thank you for the question. Hey Mark, this is for my advice. Last year has been very difficult. I fucking feel you. Oh my god, hold on. I doubt I'm gonna edit this, but if I do, I'm gonna be zooming in on me just swallowing that motherfucking water. And if you're listening through audio and not seeing this, I just gargled. I just swallowed so much water. It was beautiful. My fucking throat, my Adam's apple was bobbing back and forth like it was about to catch a fish. Especially my husband getting cancer at a young age. Oh my god, we're both 23 years old. Jesus fucking Christ. 2 stressful things in a row. It's by 23, marriage and cancer. Wow. Thank God he's doing very good now. Okay. And that treatment has worked very well. Very glad to hear that. It was very hard on me because I took care of him by myself. He almost died as well since the tumor made his lungs fill up with water, so he was drowning from the inside. That is fucking terrible. So frightening that could happen to a human being. We both have no family in the country we live in, since our families live in different countries abroad, which was made even worse because of the virus causing all borders to close, right? Anyway, lately haven't been feeling very well mentally. The smallest things make me annoyed and tired, like dishes or whatever. And I don't want to talk to him about it since I don't want to make him feel guilty. I'm going to stop right there really quick. You should definitely talk to him. If you're comfortable telling me about this, you should tell your significant other who you went through cancer with about what's going on with you mentally. Absolutely. Like, I think because here is what I'm seeing is the smallest things make me annoyed and tired. Okay, I'm not a medical professional or anything like that, but this to me is sounding like anxiety or depression, like, because I have anxiety and have had, depression, like that could happen to me type shit. That's what took me out, like, last couple years pretty much, like for the past like 2-3 years. I'd say 2 or 3 or whatever. I don't know, probably 2. Fuck, it doesn't matter really, but it feels like a while. When little things start to become annoying, when you're like, you start counting the steps of things you have to do, like to take a shower. You're like, oh my God, I got to get up, go open the door, turn on the hot water and make it into a shower. I have to then take my clothes off somewhere else, go back into the shower, get in the fucking shower, and then shower. Are you kidding? Like, I would say talk to somebody. 100%. Get a therapist. Absolutely. And also see a psychiatrist. That's the best thing to do for, even if you're healthy. This was me looking in the monitor, trying to look you in the eyes, but I forgot this is the eyes of you. Talk to somebody. I think that's healthy for everybody who, even if like right now, I'm definitely at the end, 100% the tail end, like of this mental sprain I had. I think so, type shit. And now I'm like still going to get a therapist because I think that's good to like talk to a neutral fucking, what is it called? Fucking, who cares? They don't have an opinion of you, non-biased third-party opinion is good for everybody, especially because you don't really know you at all, right? Like they could help you, they could help pinpoint things, signs. Like if I'm right, I could be right about that just because that I recognize that myself, but I could also be fucking wrong. Let's continue though. But I say talk to somebody professionally. Since I'm saying that, like if my friend told me that, I would say go talk to somebody, homeboy. But let's keep going. And I don't want to talk to him, but since I don't want to make him feel guilty, because he already feels like as if it's his fault that I had to take care of him, even though he really shouldn't be. So I just want your point of view and see if you have any tips. So it makes sense that he thinks it's his fault. I mean, it's not his fault that he got cancer, but it took a mental toll on you. Let's be fucking real. Well, you guys are obviously going to be together like through thick and thin till till death do us part. Obviously you bout it. Hopefully he can be with you through this whatever is going on since you were there with him. I mean, talk to him about it. I mean, don't worry about making him feel guilty. It's not about him right now. It's about you. If he's 100%, that's a fact. It's about you, especially if you're having like a mental sprain or something like that, because it seems like you 100% could. This is a huge stressor that most people don't go through. I went through this with my dad, so I feel crazy shit. Huge, a lot. It's a lot. So you should talk, especially the person who's closest to you in your life, who is your significant other, your loved one, your best friend. I think you should talk to them about it and then talk to a professional. And don't worry about his guilt, because especially if he shouldn't be feeling guilty, and it's, he'll get over it. But you gotta work on this thing, because this could be really bad if it continues, type shit, right? It's a injury, potentially. I would say talk to somebody professionally. Thank you so much for your question. I'm very sorry to hear that you went through it, but I'm very, very happy to hear that he got through that and is good. That's amazing. Oh, this is the last one. Someone asked me how to find a good econnect. I was like, what is that? Like a connection to help you meet people on the internet? And he's like, no, and buy drugs online. I was like, oh, I don't know. Black market. My friend bought steroids on the black market, and he injects them by his asshole right into his ass cheek, and they worked. He'll die by 30. Okay, last question. Okay, here's mine. I, female, hooked, put F in quotations, like age, sex, location. Hooked up with a VQ guy on Tinder last year before the pandemic. It was a bad showing on my part, just in a bad place in the dark times, out of shape and self-conscious, and totally rusty and intimidated after a long dry spell. I didn't even know what the fuck I thought I was doing on Tinder, except maybe trying to feel better. Total backfire. Okay, so you fuck somebody and you weren't in the best shape and you were self-conscious. Okay, so the night was unsuccessful, but I still stayed cuddling and talking. I know, weird hookup. Wait, how was it unsuccessful? Y'all didn't fuck? So if he had hard feelings, he didn't show it. Is this the first time y'all meeting? What? Some guys don't show shit. I don't know. Because maybe he's thinking about his motorcycle. You see that meme before? But to preserve my dignity, I distanced myself, assuming he wouldn't want to meet again. Assuming makes an ass out of you and me. Assumptions are very bad. You should not do that. Communication is key at all times, especially with somebody you are interested in. Do not assume, because you are fucking wrong. Potentially, you could be right, but you'd rather be, rather know than be like, I assumed that relationship ended. 1 year later, I'm in better shape and feel better in general. I'm pretty sure we could have real fun. The guy never unmatched me on Tinder, and I am tempted to see if he would be open to round 2 just so I could redeem myself. At the same time, I don't want to appear desperate or get rejected. Should I bother or just move on? What would Poppy do? Okay, so let's say I smash some bitch. Okay, so it sounds like you fucked, okay? So let's just hypothetically say I smashed some bitch that I was into. And I was feeling self-conscious, out of shape, and rusty in dark times, okay? And it was somebody I wanted to fuck. I would not distance myself in the beginning. I'd be like, wow, this person's in it for the long haul, huh? Because this looks like shit right now. Whoo! So I wouldn't have distanced myself at all. But I'm not sure how it was unsuccessful. I doubt the guy sees it that way because he fucked, right? He's like, success, like no matter what happened, every time I fuck, I'm like, this is amazing. This could be the last time this happens. I can't believe it's happening again. Like he's probably not even thinking about it. Like or I was about to say doesn't even remember, but like you do, of course. You know, like not every embarrassing thing that happens to you. This is how I don't get embarrassed about shit. If you get embarrassed, people don't even give a fuck. They'll forget about it in like 30 seconds or a day. It doesn't matter. Your embarrassment is not whatever you think. Don't think that they can feel your shit or know what's going on, right? It's like when you make a mistake, like with art or stand-up comedy or something like that, they don't know you make a mistake until you let them know. If you go, oh fuck, like jumble up your words and have to like fix it on stage, if you just kept going, they wouldn't know you missed out on a word. Or if you fuck up on a painting but make it into part of the painting without mentioning it, they'd have no idea. Okay, so this guy was probably just like, yeah, I got some ass. What's up? What's good? But now that you're in better shape, why not? Sounds like you're down. He's a guy. He's down. Who cares if you appear desperate or get rejected? Of course you don't want to get rejected. I'm gonna drink some more water. I'm gonna try and zoom in. Nobody wants to get rejected. Why would you look desperate? How is this desperate? I don't get it. I wish you could. I'm going to do phone-ins, call-ins. I got to figure out how to do that, like live and shit. I just lost my Google Voice number, actually, so I got to get a new one. But, so I could ask you, like, what the fuck? How is this desperate? And, of course, you're probably not going to get rejected, but, and if you do, who gives a fuck? On to the next one. It's just helping you out. When you get rejected, it's showing you who you're not going to be with. The vast majority of people aren't going to fuck you. Guys and girls. Oh, girls have a way better chance of fucking everybody they meet. Guys, it's not happening, right? But even girls can obviously get rejected. Like you said, you said F for female, I presume. It happens. Who cares? It's not like he's going to tell all your friends. What are you at the lunch table? Like, doesn't really matter. Like, what's that one Mac Miller lyric, rest in peace, had it written down. It says, win or lose, I don't count them because no one's checking, I believe is the lyric. So it doesn't matter how many times you get rejected because nobody gives a fuck. Why do you care? Like, I get it hurts, but for how long, right? So what? That's just something you have to deal with for a little bit, but then you might meet somebody better. Maybe that's helping you find the better person. Like, just saying, because what did Jordan Peterson say? He said you get like 5 to 8 chances. I'm not really sure exactly, but 5 to 8 is what he said. It's one of those numbers. 5 to 8 real chances at like lifelong partnership. So like maybe like getting rejected is like, man, that doesn't count. Like when you eat, let's say you're on a diet and you eat a piece of chocolate out of the random candy thing and you eat it and it's like coconut, you're like, oh god, you still like swallow it. You're like, the calories don't count for that. Fuck, that was gross. This is like not counting towards the relationship or wasting your time. They're just saving you time. There's so many people on earth, honestly. There's probably somebody just like that person who likes you. Honestly, no. I hope it all works out. But I say, yeah, go for it. Don't care about the stupid fucking that worry. That worry doesn't exist. There's not a scoreboard where like you're gonna be tallied at the end of the life by Jesus. He's gonna be like, this is why you're going to hell. Got rejected, you fucking loser. No. I would say it'll probably build you up as a person if you're just to do this and get rejected. Actually, rejection's super good. Like when I was doing door-to-door sales, bro. You know how many times I got rejected? You know how hard that is doing door-to-door sales for paint? I was selling fucking paint jobs. Oh my God, guys, they said no so many times. But people are different. Getting rejected by a girl is scary. So it's easier said than done. But if you're doing it through Tinder and a message, like, who gives a fuck? Do it in person. Show up to his house. If you don't know where he lives, find that out. I'm just kidding. That's terrible advice. That was a joke. Don't do that. Do not show up to his house. Message him. All right. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for sending in questions. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Like this. Comment down below. Send in some questions if you want to. If you want to support me, if I gave out any good advice, or if I ever made you laugh, anything like that, we got links down below for everything. If you want to support, you can. It's in the links. I'm not going to describe the shit. But if you don't want to or can't, just share the shit. Like it. Show somebody. I don't know. Share the video. I love you. Mwah.